Hey guys, and welcome to Pro Tips episode 5. And today I have 5 tips for you like every other episode. And these ones I actually like. I know it's been a while since my 4th episode, but I've just been working on other videos. So glad to have this out, and hopefully number 6 won't have that much of a gap between this one. So either way, let's just go straight into it. And here we are in Falador Park for the first tip. And this one comes from my really good friend, Ask Jonny. I guarantee like at least 25% of these tips in like all my videos are coming from him, so I really got to give it to him for all these tips. So yeah, so hopefully you guys have heard of this method before back in the day. It used to be really good. I mean, it's still pretty good now, but not really many people know it as much, I guess. So it's a really old method of making a little bit of money, and basically you go to the Falador Park like we are here and trade this garden chick by the flowers east of the patch. And there's a bunch of bagged plants in here, and you're looking for the one that is 1,000 stock and it's bag plant 1. So they sell them for 1,000 each, and you just buy a full inventory. So basically you buy it, run to the bank right next to here, and then come back and then buy blah blah over and over and over until you finish all of the 1,000, which I'm pretty sure it resets every 24 hours from the time you bought it, just like most shops. So you can do this daily. It shouldn't take any more time than like 10 minutes, I'd say. It's not that long of a thing, and you make pretty decent money with it. So alright, so that costed me around 28k, actually exactly 28k because I have 28 inventory spaces, and it is worth 43k. So in one inventory I made 15k, so it's really good, decent money per hour. And if you're wondering, these things are used in summoning, so that's why they have a pretty decent demand in the GE. I can tell you they might not sell right away either. You just gotta wait, but if you sell at Med, it should sell at least overnight, if anything. But hopefully it'll probably sell in 10 to 20 minutes, if not less. So if it doesn't sell right away, just don't worry. Just wait it out, or drop the GP down by like 1 or 2, and it'll sell. So that's for tip 1, and I'm going to go straight into number 2 now. Now for the second tip. We're on Jatizso. It's the opposite island of Nietiznat. They're really hard to pronounce. I really don't know. But I did look it up, and I think it's pronounced Jatizso. That's a weird way of saying it. But yeah, the J is the German kind of J, so it's a Y sound, if you guys are wondering. So it doesn't really matter, but yeah. I was interested. So most people know this tip as well, but it went along with the bag plant tip of number 1. So I thought it would be pretty good for this video. And here's the bank, if you guys are wondering. And then the place you have to go is a little bit northwest. It's literally the diagonal building, and it's Van Liga. So you basically talk to her and say yes please, and opens up her shop, and she has 1,000 Yak Hides. So they're 50 each, but they sell for a pretty decently high price. And like big plants, they're also used for summoning, so they do have a really high demand because they're used in pack yak pouches, and you know, a lot of people use pack yaks, so there's never not going to be demand for this. So this will, if you're going to do one of these tips, I would definitely do this one over the big plant, but you're always welcome to do both. They're very good together. You can do one right after the other, and you'll make a pretty good profit for that day. Enough of those tips, let's go to number 3. Okay, so for tip 3, we're at the Charm Sprites area, and it's southwest of the Troll Stronghold. Not the Troll Stronghold, my bad. It's the Tree Gnome Village Stronghold thingy, whatever. North of Ardoin. And yeah, so the best way to get here is just go through the Spirit Trees to the Tree Gnome Stronghold, and then go southwest of the gate, and you're here. So this tip was also sent in by Ask Jonny. Like I said, he sends in so many, it's awesome. Alright, so the tip is pretty simple. And if you've never done this minigame, basically you just like hunt stupid little whatever, I don't even, sprites, I think they're called sprites, charm sprites, I don't even know, but you basically catch them and they give you little shards of a charm, and once you get 5 or 10, I don't remember, I think it's 5 of a slice, whatever, you can combine it into that charm. So it's really cool. It is pretty okay charms. I wouldn't say it's at like good at all actually, but if you are a skiller, it's a good way of getting charms. And it is also a little bonus to charms if you're not really an avid like charm collector, and you want to get some hunter experience, because it's not too bad. I think it's like 140k an hour hunter, at most times, so it's not too bad. So after telling you all this, you probably are wondering what the hell is the tip. And the tip is basically, if you want to get hunter experience, you also want to get charms, and you want to get a trim completionist requirement, which is all the strange rocks every week for 30 weeks. And if you want to get the regular comp requirement, I would definitely do this. You do need to catch 1,000 of these sprites, which I think doesn't take too long. I actually enjoyed it because I did it every week for my rocks, and it's not too bad rocks here either. It was kind of like a triple whammy. I was getting, actually a quad whammy. I was getting charms, I was getting decent hunter experience, I was getting my rocks, and I was also finishing a comp requirement. So definitely I would, if you're looking for basically any of those, I would really recommend doing this, because then you knock out all 3 of those other ones too. Alright, I'm going to head over to tip 4, and I'll meet you guys there. So tip 4 was sent in by a friend of mine, Z-eek. So it's basically a daily thing again. A lot of these things are daily, but there's a lot of things in Runescape that are daily and that are very effective in training and gaining money. And this one, for example, is for training. It's very good in very long or expensive skills. I prefer the long ones because money always comes at you, but the motivation to do a really long skill never always comes. So I did this on agility, and I also did this on divination a little bit too. When I did it, it was around 8K per day, so it wasn't too good. But they did make an update to Yak Hides, which is the tip. Yak Hides, they have 3 tiers now. It's the regular Yak Hides, I think Master, and then like Supreme or something like that. And the Master is double experience, and then I think whatever it's called, the Supreme is triple. So every day you can get 24,000 experience in any skill if you do Yak Hides, if you're 99, I believe. But it's around there. So if you're going for like 99 agility, and let's say you're 20, or if you're 90 agility, I think you'd get around 20k experience. So that's pretty good. And it only takes around a minute or 2. And basically what you do is it makes you get a certain amount of skills, like get XP in a certain amount of skills. So like you can get 1 experience in fletching, 1 in farming, 1 in blah blah blah, and until you get 10 skills while it's active, and then you get the lamp. So there's more skills you have to do per Yak Hides tier, and the easiest way is just to do combat quick, for me at least, and then also bring like a non-bankable fletch, blah blah blah, do all that in your inventory, finish it up, and you should be good. But there is methods on YouTube of the fastest things, and you can model them, and I'm not that good at it, so I'm not really going to show you my way of doing it because it's pretty bad. I just do like the really lame way. Yeah, it's a really good way of getting extra experience, and it's very fast, and it's actually enjoyable once you finish it, because you're like, yeah, get some experience with like no work at all. So I do recommend doing this. And I might as well not do a transition for the next one, because it's also kind of self-explanatory, I guess. But I mean, I could show you combat with it, but most people know how it works, so I'm not really gonna go and spend time and do combat, because I really don't want to right now, because I can just explain it. So tip 5 was sent in by Danny, a friend and clanmate of mine, and he's been telling me a lot of really good tips lately, and this one is my favorite that he's given me, but I will use some of his other ones in later pro tip episodes. So here is his tip. So basically, let's say you're at Bandos and you want to have longer trips, and you're soloing, let's say. I know Bandos is really easy, but it's not like super easy to last like hours and hours and hours. They're solo if you don't have the best gear. And this tip, or these actually, it's 2 tips in one, but I'm counting it as one because it's used in the same situation, can really impact the length of your trip. So the first one is Bones to Peaches, and you can buy this tab on the GE Bones to Peaches, and basically it changes all bones in your inventory to peaches, which heal you 400 HP. So it's really good if you are at a place where you need a lot of food, and things drop bones like General Gerardar and his minions. You don't get a lot of peaches, but it should be enough for every kill, basically. And he's told me that it makes him last twice as long on his trips, which that's pretty impressive. So if you never tried it, the tabs are really, really cheap, and I would recommend doing it. Another way of using the spell is you have to do Mage Training Arena, and then you can actually use it as a spell, and that really works out well. because then you don't need to have a tab. I mean, I guess the tabs would be better because there's only one inventory space, but you do get magic experience through the spell. So it's really up to you if you want to go spend time on the Mage Training Arena. So the second tip that coincides with his other tip is using the Demonhorn Necklace or the other Dungeoneering necklaces for prayer during combat. The Demonhorn Necklace is the best. I would only recommend using that, honestly, out of the 3 necklaces. But it does require 90 prayer, so that is an offside. If you don't have highest prayer, I would use the other amulets, but they're limited in some ways. So the Demonhorn Necklace, basically, if you bury a bone, it restores your prayer bonus. And for example, the Demonhorn, if you bury a dragon bone, you get 150 prayer points back. So it's really good on dragons if you're not looking for the if you're not looking to sell the bones and you're gonna bury them anyways. But it's also really useful to use a bone crusher as well, because it automatically buries your bones. So you basically really don't need to restore your prayer because it's already automatically restoring for you. So it's really good during Slayer or long boss trips where you need a lot of prayer or things like that. So I do recommend using these things if you are struggling to stay at places long, or you don't really want to bank, or yeah, those kind of things. So thanks to everyone who sent me a tip. I really appreciate it. And if you guys want to have your tip featured on here, if you have a really good tip, then put it in the comments, PM me on RuneScape or something like that. And hopefully, if it's good, I will use it in a video, and you will be mentioned as the person who sent it. So anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this episode of Pro Tips. I really enjoy making this series because I know it helps people. People are telling me how much it helps them and things like that. So either way, I will see you guys in the next video.